That's what I want to watch. What's going right?
Uplifting stories.
The good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
We hear you.
He's just so fluffy.
Your stories.
I love you.
How sweet is that?
Things that nurture my soul.
Focusing on greatness from across the country.
Oh my goodness.
So sit back and enjoy the lighter side of life.
I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Right here on Afternoon Focus.
Big hello to you and welcome to Afternoon Focus. I'm Julie Grant.
And I'm Alex Livingston in for Rob Nelson. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. It kind of feels like a Tuesday, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those
slow
days. Yes, yes.
Not yet hump day, not Monday,
Right.
not Friday, but here we are.
I know, you feel me. I can't get enough coffee in my system today. I know you have those days to a morning rush.
Absolutely.
We're
You
just
need it.
like, it's like
Yeah.
one cup after the next and like nothing is waking you up.
Nothing.
My gosh, and it's mid-afternoon, time for some more coffee for us
Exactly.
here. Well, we want to kick things off today with some stories at the top of our feed for you. It's what we like to do here on Afternoon Focus. As you know, we have an update to an awesome story that has really captivated the country.
Oh, absolutely. 1 week to the day after he was down on a football field without a pulse, Damar Hamlin was transported back to Buffalo on Monday. He will continue his recovery and rehab there. Now, doctors told us he got so excited, Julie, watching the Bills game on Sunday that he set off all the alarms in the ICU, which I'm sure, I know his parents were by his bedside. They're like, okay, hey, calm it down.
Right.
We need to just calm down, just breathe. But my goodness, Julie, this is one of those stories that, everyone is just hanging on to and just waiting for every single update. And thank goodness, we've gotten such great news so far.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Everybody, it's like we've been taken on this emotional journey where everybody was so stunned and upset and frightened for him, praying for him, sending the good vibes, the good thoughts, all of that. And now everybody's celebrating.
I know.
You know, Damar Hamlin is going to be okay.
Yeah.
And that is just so huge.
Yeah.
I know that I get updates from the local papers in Pittsburgh, like in my email, because I used to live and work there. And they were saying how one vigil turned into a celebration, with it's just, everything's kind of just transforming in such a good way because of how he's progressing.
Long road ahead, but my goodness, so glad we have all of this good news.
You're right, Alex. Oh, well, let's turn to some other news, shall we? This is more good news we think you'll like. A really unique program is taking flight to help pets in need of forever homes. And some might say that it is perfect.
You did that well.
Thank you, my friend. Oh my goodness, look at this.
So cute.
Frontier Airlines is offering free flight vouchers to people who adopt one of these 3 kittens you see here from the Las Vegas Animal Foundation. The nonprofit foundation says that the kittens will be adoption ready in just a couple of weeks. Their names are Frontier, Spirit, and Delta.
I think I'm going to go with Delta, just because Delta as a company, I can get with that. Spirit, not so much. Poor kitty. But that is such a cool incentive.
It really is. Yes, I'm with you. I'm definitely a Delta girl and all about like adoption. Anything you can do. So bravo Frontier for doing this, trying to get those kitties adopted.
I love that. So cute. Well, from an airline story that's adorable to one that is downright terrifying, check out this x-ray of a carry-on bag. This is when I pack my stuff up and I'm out, Julie. I'm out. We can't do anything with this. Can you spot what's wrong with it? Yeah, it is what it looks like. Focus on the upper part of the screen, a little to the right. Someone call Samuel L. Jackson, please, because that is a 4-foot-long boa constrictor trying to get on a plane. Snakes on a plane, y'all. What? The passenger told agents that Bartholomew, he has a name, is her emotional support pet. She was told he would not be allowed to travel in her carry-on. I'll deal with Delta the kitten. I will not be dealing with Bart the boa constrictor on a plane.
No, thank you.
Gets out.
Honest to Pete. Okay, there's so many things wrong with this. Like, so you're saying that Bartholomew the boa constrictor that can probably kill people,
absolutely,
is your emotional support pet. So when you get upset, when you cuddle the thing, you just hope he doesn't. wrap himself around your neck and strangle you to death?
Maybe they have an agreement.
Yeah.
maybe
even understanding.
Maybe
huh?
they've chatted.
Maybe Bartholomew's a really nice boa. I don't know, but I'm
I
with
don't
you,
want to
my
know.
friend. If there is a snake on a plane,
I don't want to know if Bart is cool or not. No.
Bart needs to stay in his cage at
Yes,
his home,
at home.
not in the checked baggage.
No.
Just poor TSA agents. Holy
They find
smokes.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
My gosh. Okay, so we'll leave that one there for now.
Yeah.
Share with us your thoughts, of course, on our Facebook page. You know, one of our goals here on Afternoon Focus is to bring you stories of people who were replacing hurdles with trampolines, so to speak, allowing all people to enjoy life more fully. So take a look at this. This is from makeup company L'Oreal. It's a device that helps people with limited hand and arm mobility to apply their lipstick. The company says it's the first handheld computerized makeup applicator to give the user full range of motion. Look at this. It uses real-time sensors and motion controls with custom attachments to stabilize the level of lipstick.
Wow. That is so cool.
Oh, bravo, L'Oreal.
Yeah.
You
No, that
are
is
worth
awesome.
it, as your saying goes. Yes.
You know, and I saw the ads for this kind of floating through my social media in the last few days. And at first I was like, what is going on? What is this? And then as I was watching the video and like listening to it, obviously you take for granted, right, what you're able to do in your everyday life. And so to see this and to see that, you know, someone is so smart out there and it's like, you know what, this is a place that needs some help, and then you create something like that. That's awesome.
Exactly, Alex. You know, thinking about everybody's situation, and it's something that I think as women we can definitely relate to this. You know, any ladies watching the show right now, let us know. Hit us up on social media. Let us know if you feel us here. Sometimes just a swipe of lipstick, just a nice bright color, can just kind of turn your day around and make you feel a whole lot better about yourself and the way you look. You know, I like quickly like deviating here, but I so used to, little known fact about me, used to work as a makeup artist. One of the jobs, I worked for 3 different companies, Clinique, Prescriptives, Victoria's Secret, when they had a beauty department. And we did at Victoria's Secret Beauty this little 2-minute eyes, 2-minute lips. Like anybody who would come in, take a seat in the chair, and we will quickly just kind of, and it would just, women would walk out of there like, oh my gosh, I can take on the world. I got my lip going, I got my eye, I am ready to go. And so it's just like to think that somebody might struggle with that, it's heartbreaking. And so for L'Oreal to say, no, we're going to create this device, give everybody a chance to, you know, put on the lipstick. What does Elizabeth Taylor say? You know, put on some lipstick and pull yourself together. So we can all do that.
Yeah. No,
what am I doing? I'm throwing things here. I have no idea
what that was.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was my ring. Oh my goodness. The stone of my ring.
Okay,
just
commercial break.
Okay, that's
we'll
a
have to do
problem.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so unsung heroes earn their title by doing great work without the expectation or the need for anyone to notice. That's the whole point, right? But their impact on the lives of others is often impossible to ignore. And that is the case for a special needs teacher in Arizona who had a need of his own. Our friend El Anideo has his story.
Wait a minute, what?
That's just one of many little surprises for Nathan Catlin, along with the biggest one, getting a fixed-up used car, his own car, finally.
I thought I was coming to eat food. So it was just really surprising. I didn't even think about it.
It's a surprise from 3A Automotive and Diesel Repair, which has given away cars to people in the Sunny Slope community in North Phoenix for the last few years.
It is always just such an amazing feeling to be able to acknowledge somebody who gives so much of their life to make the world a better place.
That person, who many nominated, is Catlin this year. He's been helping special education students at Mountain View Elementary for the last 5 years.
I love my job. I work with special ed kids. At first I started with 5-year-olds, now I work with 12-year-olds, and it's been a ride, but it's really fun.
He's been relying on friends, family, and coworkers to help take him to work.
He just couldn't save enough to get a reliable car that he could trust to get him to work and then to school and all of that stuff.
Even without a car, he's never missed a single day.
I really appreciate it. That's yours. That's yours. It's really hard to believe.
Now he won't have to rely on others to help him go make a difference inside the classroom.
I've been holding it this whole time.
It's not going anywhere.
In
What a heartwarming story.
So great.
Yeah.
So great. It's just, I love that people noticed. You know, they noticed the situation, noticed what a hard worker he is, he is, noticed he's deserving, you know, of some help. So let's get together. It's really nice because I think in this day and age, sometimes people can be a little bit self-involved and just self-consumed, and you know, think life gets busy. But to say, hey, wait a minute, I want to be concerned with someone else's situation and help them is super cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, now it's time to get the popcorn ready. It's time for us to bring you a few quick stories that you can share with your friends, your family, things that are just fun to know. And we begin with the debut of two iconic shows.
Dance your cares away. Worries for another day. Let the music play. Down in Fraggle Rock.
Oh, do you remember this show? I do.
Yes.
40 years ago today, we were all invited down to Fraggle Rock on HBO. The great Jim Henson, of course, was the creative force behind the launch of the show that used puppets. The show used puppets to actually tackle some serious issues. They tackle things like racism, social conflicts, and spirituality. And it is fun to know that the show was dubbed and aired in more than 90 countries.
Oh yeah. See, I like the one with the pigtails.
Red.
That was the one I was like, hey, that looks like me.
Yeah, me too. You know, I had a red doll. I loved her. Oh my gosh.
She was so cool. Well, on the completely other end of the entertainment spectrum, take a look. Okay, Julie, don't judge me, but I have never seen The Sopranos. HBO debuted The Sopranos.
Alex, we gotta get you.
I know.
Oh my gosh,
On this
we gotta get you binging.
I know. In 1999, it's fun to know that 27 cast members also appeared in the classic mob film Goodfellas, and that the iconic opening theme song by the group Alabama 3 is about a woman in an abusive relationship who just had enough. The band has recognized the irony in it now, being associated with a mob show. Maybe not, you know, the greatest connection there, but I know Rob gets on me all the time about not having seen The Sopranos.
Oh, you will enjoy
it's a thing.
it.
Yeah.
You know, if you have time, maybe, you know, not that you'll have much time when you're on maternity leave, because it's going to be a lot of work and everything, welcoming the baby, but if you get a little mommy time alone, like to maybe
what
binge.
goes better than babies and Sopranos?
Right? You start your little one off, right, Alex?
There
Get them
you go.
familiarized with all the great acting. And, oh, I was obsessed with it. I just
Everybody that's
absolutely
seen it is,
obsessed
so I
with
get it. I know.
Yeah.
I'm missing the boat, y'all.
You will love it. Let us know if you were obsessed with Sopranos, who your favorite character was, all that good stuff. We got to hit a break right now. Don't go anywhere, though. More good news up ahead here on Afternoon Focus, including a teenager delivering a message of hope to some young kids, and she's doing it in her own special way. Take a look.
And it was amazing to see the ease in which she is able to connect with these students. You could just tell that they all related to her in some way, that they understood her message, and that they're going to remember it for a very long time.
Welcome back to Afternoon Focus. Look at this. The Grand Canyon in Arizona lit up by a beautiful full moon, and it's turned it into kind of a winter wonderland. Look at this now. The red rocks are snowy, very, very peaceful, and you can visit this national park and all the others for free if you'd like this coming Monday, of course, in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Wow, that is so beautiful. Jeez.
Gorgeous pictures.
Well, the young woman that you're about to meet may be just a teenager herself, but she is wise beyond her years.
Yes, and she uses her voice to deliver an important message to children who are experiencing abuse, neglect, and bullying. Cameron Pollum is in Phoenix, Arizona with the story.
And I needed a way to climb and grab a hold.
Roosevelt Rawls has been singing since she was 10 years old.
Then we'll go up, but I'll fly a little higher.
Now 15, she's using her incredible voice to send a powerful message to children everywhere.
I learned the statistics that 5 kids die every day because of child abuse and neglect. And like with everyone, you kind of just like, wow, that's a lot, and I really wanted to use my voice for good.
Teaming up with Child Help, a longtime Valley organization hoping to put an end to that heartbreaking statistic. Last year, she traveled to schools across the valley, hosting 45 assemblies for more than 10,000 students.
is to share inspiring music and a message to help the children.
Called the Music and Message Tour, she warmed up the crowds with her vocals, but followed it up with something much deeper.
We give them 5 safety rules that Child Help provides through their Speak Up and Be Safe curriculum.
Phrases like "it's my body," "tell someone," and "it's never my fault" help empower children to speak up, leaving them with a hotline phone number proven to save lives.
And it was amazing to see the ease in which she is able to connect with these students. You could just tell that they all related to her in some way, that they understood her message, and that they're going to remember it for a very long time.
When I got the call from Chapel Heart saying that you're coming on tour with us, it felt like a dream, and it still does.
She'll now take her act on the road, invited to open for Chapel Heart at 60 stops across the country.
Every city that we're at, we'll be hitting at least one school tour, and our goal is to do about 100 school assemblies.
Spreading her critical words of love and support with a simple yet impactful delivery.
There is help in that. All they need to do is speak up, and it will keep them safe.
I was doing anything that good at 15. Julie, Julie, what was I doing?
Oh, you were being your amazing self. And you know, well, we all have our superpowers,
Yeah.
right? You were doing a lot of good at 15, and you know, this young lady as well. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. I know what you're saying. To have the wherewithal to say, let me look around me and recognize this problem that's occurring. That's one that's hard to talk about. I mean, let's be honest. Talking about child abuse prevention is a touchy, hard topic to breach. It's very similar to domestic violence.
Yeah.
The two often very much go hand in hand. Yeah. Same with animal abuse. It's, you know, and things like that. It happens behind closed doors. So they're not only crimes of, you know, violence, crimes of abuse, but they're crimes of secrecy as well. And so to try to open up that conversation using music, using the talents, so cool. She's teaming up with Chapel Heart.
Yeah. And her being that young, they were saying that it really resonates with the young kids too. So it almost kind of breaks down that barrier that you're talking about, the secrecy, right? When you have somebody that you can kind of relate to a little bit more, that makes it a little bit easier to talk about.
It does, yeah. We're going to watch her. We got to get her on the show as a guest, Alex? Yeah.
I need an autograph when you guys do get her. All right, when we return, we're going to show you a team in California that is revolutionizing how people surf. We're going to be right back with that story.
We're so glad to have you with us here on Afternoon Focus. Welcome back. So Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, apps that have changed the world. These companies are some of the biggest names in what's now called the sharing economy, where people like you and us can share resources, right? All through the convenience of our smartphones.
We take them everywhere. And the latest company to get in on the action is already making some waves. Steve Smith takes us to San Diego beaches.
Chris Hissom is the co-founder of Surf Up, a San Diego-based automated surfboard rental company.
The intent is to minimize the number of steps that somebody has to take to get from here and into the water with a surfboard.
And it's all done with an app on your phone.
Hey, if I scan a QR code, I can rent an object, I can rent something. And that's pretty much how it works.
So how did the founders of Surf Up determine there was a need for surfboard rentals? Well, they experimented with a cardboard sign.
The sign was very simple. It said automated surfboard rental station. Step 1, download the app. Step 2, scan the QR code. Step 3, go surf.
And while at first there wasn't an app, the people who did take interest in the sign determined there was a need.
The need that we're trying to address is just making it really easy for somebody who's interested in surfing to try the sport out.
Feedback was provided as to the benefits of a surfboard rental station. And well, the rest is history.
First thing that you're going to see is a QR scanning screen, so it jumps right into it. The app is going to make sure that you selected DH04, this board here. You click this button, everything looks good, let's go. And now the app is going to confirm that the board is there. Now it's unlocked, and from there, the board's ready for you to take.
Surf Up currently has 3 pods located in Pacific Beach and will expand to 5 pods in the near future.
I recommend always holding the board with the fins out and in front of you. Makes it easier to carry against the wind. And from here, you're good to go.
They're not lying when they say there's an app for everything. Like, who comes up with this stuff? I don't get it. No. It's a lot. All right, we're going to take a quick break and be right back.
Welcome back. As January continues bringing the colder temperatures, we're finding out not everybody is a fan.
I think Cassie no longer likes winter. Hi, baby.
Oh, I love that. Major regret. She needs some snow boots.
Right.
And a coat.
Poor thing didn't want to put her paws down. She just was like standing. I thought it was a squirrel at first. I can't see. I'm like,
or a groundhog.
What is that? Yeah.
So cute and very, very cold. All right, well, join us tomorrow for stories of resilience following individuals getting back on their feet after tough times. You do not want to miss it. Well, that is our show for today. We want to hear from you, though, as always.
Please send us your ideas to our Facebook page. Give it a like and a share while you're there. Why don't you? We'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. And Alex, you'll be here too tomorrow as well.
I'll be here too tomorrow.
It's been great hosting
I
with
know.
you. You know what we say. We say same time, same couch. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a good one.